Hi, my name is Allison Tiemann, and I'm the founder of Honey Badger Radio. I have solved my sound issues. Listen to this. Apparently, I had my mic's gain turned all the way down. Who would have thought it was something so simple? Speaking of simple, let's talk about the Ghislaine Maxwell sentencing hearing, which isn't simple at all. So I don't know why I said that. Awkward segue. Super quick summary. Ghislaine Maxwell is guilty of sex trafficking and conspiracy. She lured young girls into sexual relations with her partner, Jeffrey Epstein. 4 women testified that Maxwell facilitated the abuse and sometimes participated. Prosecutors sought 30 to 35 years in jail. She just got 20. Her defense attorney, leading feminist lawyer Bobby Sternheim, requested 5 years. Here are the top 3 ways that Ghislaine Maxwell's defense lawyer Bobby Sternheim has woven a tale of how Maxwell is not innocent, but not responsible by virtue of being a woman. Number 1. My father was abusive trope. Quoting Maxwell's lawyers, she had a difficult, traumatic childhood with an overbearing, narcissistic, and demanding father. The classic. Not only do you stigmatize abused kids, but you also appropriate their pain in order to justify your own abuse of kids. Which way does... Number 2. My boyfriend made me do it. Again, quoting Maxwell's lawyers in reference to the abuse she experienced as a child, it made her vulnerable to Epstein, whom she met right after her father died. This is such a classic, it used to be part of the basis of English law. It's called coverture. The most famous reference to coverture comes from Charles Dickens' Oliver Twist. Henpecked husband Mr. Bumble is informed by the court that legally his wife is seen to do everything under his direction, so he is responsible for her criminal activities. In response, he says, if the law supposes that, the law is an ass, an idiot. Lovely to see these 18th century perceptions of women's agency being revived to defend her. 3. Women have been blamed throughout history for men's crimes, therefore they shouldn't have to take responsibility for their own. Sternheim says, ever since Eve was accused of tempting Adam with the apple, women have been blamed for the bad behavior of men. I'm curious about the logic with this one because Eve did actually eat the apple. Saying that she was also blamed for Adam eating the apple, that's not really relevant for her being punished for the crime that she did do. Yes, Your Honor, my client is guilty, but women have been blamed in the past for men's actions. Therefore, you must acquit. And also, didn't you just get done blaming a man for her actions? Bonus! Even beyond the grave, men control women.
We all know that the person who should have been sentenced today escaped accountability, avoided his victims, avoided absorbing their pain, and receiving the punishment he truly deserved. Clever and cunning to the end, Jeffrey Epstein left Ghislaine Maxwell holding the whole bag.
Epstein committed suicide just so he could twist the knife into Maxwell from beyond the grave. And that's why you must acquit. So what is Bobby Sternheim doing here? She's not stupid. What she's doing works. It works because no one wants to be part of some man's scheme to harm a woman, even if he's a ghost. I find myself getting taken in by stuff like this, and I'm supposed to be a men's issues advocate. We're actually part of Epstein's secret conspiracy to harm Maxwell from beyond the grave? Oh my God. No, wait. No, that doesn't make sense.
Ghislaine will appeal this case, and we are confident that she will prevail on appeal.
Judge Allison Nathan described Maxwell's conduct as heinous and predatory. This is from the Twitter account of court observer Lucia Osborne Crowley. She helped Jeffrey Epstein to select young victims who were vulnerable. She provided a veneer of responsibility. She earned their trust. Maxwell was instrumental in the scheme of sexual abuse of underage girls and at times participated in that abuse. The sentence must reflect the severity of her crimes and the lasting harm they have caused. Judge Nathan also said very clearly Miss Maxwell is not being punished as a proxy for Jeffrey Epstein, but for the instrumental role she herself played in the sexual abuse of underage girls. If Judge Nathan was a man, I wonder if he would have had such a strong no-sell reaction to these tropes. Even though she didn't end up throwing the book at Maxwell and giving her the full 35 years, it seems like she wasn't playing this game in any sense of the word. I think that's probably because men have a much stronger instinctual response to women's claims of victimhood. And that's what these tropes functionally were. Ghislaine Maxwell was a victim of these men. Therefore, she's not culpable for her own actions. It's deflecting blame for the consequences of her actions onto men. Deflecting blame was another thing that Judge Nathan accused her of. The use of these tropes is infantilizing, and it induces a sense of learned helplessness in women. If you are encouraged not to make the connection between your actions and their consequences, your life will always be out of your control. And all for what? To defend a serial sexual abuser of girls? I cannot blame Bobby Sternheim for doing whatever she could, using whatever manipulative tricks she could to try to get leniency for her client in the face of her client's guilt. That's what defense attorneys do. But these tropes used in this way do not benefit women. They benefit abusers. Abusers who also abuse women and girls, and men and boys.
Our client, Ghislaine Maxwell, has been vilified, pilloried, because even before she stepped forward into this courthouse, she was being tried and convicted in the court of public opinion.
And there you have it, folks. Social media and the court of public opinion is also to blame. This all sort of feels a little familiar, doesn't it?
But as you can see now, the mask is off.
Thank you for your kind attention. I'd just like to remind everyone that we are doing our monthly fundraiser to make sure that we have the funds to cover the content in this channel, the creation of the content in this channel. You can go here or in the low bar. The direct link is feedthebadger.com/project/badger-media-blitz. And here is your bonus content. Poor Simon, he can't catch a break. Come on, guys, Simon just wants to take a nap. Have a lovely day.